is free and this is real TV. Grab your cup, pour that drink, roll that blunt, and tell us what you think. Commas come pouring in, women be exposing, man. Fellas start to open up, shorties feeling down to fuck. It's a safe place, spill that tea. That cup is hot, don't let it fall on me. And the stage you keep it funky, might speak for she think. Vibe from the BX, don't even try stink. Even keep us humble, she consider your feels. And Tati got 3 kids, you better pay them bills. Time is money, make sure your clock is right. Sliding in DMs, you make sure your stock is tight. Ladies, they gonna tell you if you ain't rocking right. I'm telling you, dude, don't end up on top of tonight. It ain't all jokes, get serious too. If I can help what happened to me, not happen to you, it makes it worth it. Let's get drunk on purpose. Start telling stories we would never tell in person. It's real TV.
Hello, hello, hello. Eva, you're muted.
I knew that. Feels like I was at work right now.
Right. It's like, you're on mute. Hi.
Happy Saturday.
Yes, happy Saturday. Missed you guys last week.
It was quite a topic. I mean, it was pretty deep, I think. But
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go. I started to watch. I have to go back and finish, but I'm definitely gonna go watch it back. I hate not being around, but things come up, and you know,
Yes, it happens.
sometimes you gotta enjoy our weekends.
It
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Did you
So
have an answer though?
oh, I think first thing comes to mind. One of my best friends passed away last year, and I find out the day of his birthday. It was literally the day before, and yeah, I would probably want to speak to him and scream at him and for being fucking stupid and just give him a hug and tell him I love him because I was such an asshole. I'm an asshole sometimes, so and he was just way too young. Yeah, so I think that first thing come to mind that would probably have been one of the things amongst other people. I think maybe someone I could learn from. I don't know who yet. I was trying to think like someone famous, and I'm not really like a groupie type of person. So
Right. We had
um
a few. We had a few celebrities on there. People
yeah,
answered.
on the
Yeah.
list. Okay. I mean, it's hard because I think Denzel Washington has probably a very unique mindset.
Mm-hmm.
With I watch a lot of his motivational clips and stuff, so I would like to have a conversation with him. Um, I would like to. I don't know. I'm trying to think who else would kind of be someone interesting to talk to.
To learn from, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll think about it. I'll think about it more. But well, welcome guys. Thank you for joining us. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Just intros, as you guys already know. This is VMAC, Logically Valid Always, and we are with
Eva the Diva. Always.
Awesome. And we want to say shout out to Reflex Radio, as well as my friends and family over at Nerds of the Round, always
Yes.
showing support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And always you can catch us on Apple, Spotify podcast, as well as live on YouTube every Saturday, six ish Eastern time. Yeah, around that time.
Ish.
Yes, yeah, something like that. But yeah, so tonight's topic, I think what it's going to be a little fun one and more like something we can have fun with, I guess. Not too heavy, I don't think. Um, so Eva and everybody else out there, what if you could have a superpower? What would it be and why?
You know what? I think it just kind of struck me right now. I think my superpower would just be having patience. It just like flew into me because definitely there's been a lot of stuff going on and my patience be running thin sometimes. So definitely the power of having patience with everyone.
Patience is is that technically a superpower
Should
though?
be. It should be because it takes a lot of strength and energy, girl. Ooh. Girl, I just it
You
just
know what?
flew in me right now. Yep.
That's something I've never even thought of and makes so much sense because so many people do not have patience and some it's difficult to have patience for certain people. So,
And that's I guess the key point is having it with everyone, because I tend to have patience, and I think I have pretty good amount of patience.
I think people have patience with who they want to have patience with.
Okay, but hold on. It's a lot
Okay.
harder when it comes to somebody close or family, because then you're like, bro,
Mm,
like it's common sense, but see, common sense is not a thing too. So, like, not everybody has it. Not everybody has patience. So I think having patience to deal with somebody who doesn't have the common sense or just doesn't choose to be, understanding in a sense, then yes, I require a lot of patience.
okay. Okay. I think people again, I would probably say people choose on who you want to have patience with because you'll probably be more patient with people you don't know because
Yeah.
you don't know their personality. You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. That's a good one. Okay.
It's
Have you ever thought about what difference would that make in your life if you did?
I think based on like how I am and who I am, it just keep me balanced. It would keep
Patience
me
keeps you
balanced.
balanced. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Um Geez, see. Okay, so for me, I don't know. It's hard because it's weird for me for this particular topic
Hmm.
because I'm a freaking nerd. I read comic books, I watch all the Marvel DC stuff, and wanting to have patience is a good one. But then now I'm like thinking of like superpowers and what would I do with it and what would work best for me? What would I like? Like I know I would not want to be like the Human Torch, turning on fire all the time. That shit is whack,
Right.
right? Like. Like, would I wanna be invisible and be in certain rooms where it happens and I
Okay.
don't know what's going on,
How
right?
about this? Where are you in your life? Okay, so I'm just taking this from Tati because
Okay.
she pretty much answered it, but she would be the villain. She would be the villain.
Okay.
She said she's in her
Really?
villain era. So, what era are you in your life?
I wouldn't be a villain. I wouldn't be a villain. I even
Okay.
wouldn't be a hero, honestly. Maybe. I wouldn't wanna choose a side. I'd be something in between where I'd have the power but not really wanna use it to help or make it worse for
Destroy.
anyone.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. Maybe I would be a hero though. Like if I could grant people common sense, that would be an awesome power.
We'd be working together.
Not right, if I could like, oh, let's turn on your common sense. Bing. Thank you. Let's fucking
Okay.
think first, all
You
right?
don't
And
have
make
patience
people
with this one. They're ready to go.
I think that's probably one of the biggest annoyances, and that would make me a hero.
It definitely would, because you'd be saving so many other people. Not just one. Like, with one common sense, you save so many others.
I know.
Definitely a
It I
hero.
You know what? That makes perfect sense. I like that idea. I like that idea. Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. If you had the power to be, I'm going to think of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, smartest person on the planet, okay?
Okay.
Would you use it for personal gain and be a villain or be a hero and help everyone? Like, if you're the smartest person and you knew the key on how to get millions of dollars and not tell anyone, or you knew how to create certain things that will give you immortality or certain shit like that, would you share that information with the world?
Mm, I would probably use it to where if I know how to make money or like just make it appear,
Hmm.
I would help others.
Okay.
I would go that way. I think my way would be trying to help others in a sense, because I also feel like that would be a gain for me.
Okay.
Like, there's a reason why I have this power. There's a reason why I've gained this, right? And
Oh,
if
you're
it's
so
to
nice.
help others, if it's to help others, then so be it. I wouldn't I don't know if I could be a villain, but I think I've been a villain though. Like that's the thing.
Mm.
So
Why do you
it's like
say
I would
that?
want to be okay. So back to that being one of the other ones. Her one was being a villain. She would want to be like she said, like poison ivy, like lure men in. She really said this. Lure men in and then just like destroy men.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to
Okay.
do all that, but
Okay.
uh, maybe I've been there before with that thought process.
I get that thought. I mean, I don't think I've ever been in that specific space, but I could understand that
Mm-hmm.
specific space. Like, I probably don't want to destroy them, but maybe manipulating them in certain ways that benefit me. I guess that makes sense.
And if
But
I
does
was
that
to
make
be a
me a villain?
villain, call it what it is, because at the end of the day, it's still you destroying a person. So I would definitely try to go after the bad guys.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What bad guys would you attack? What do you think is the most villainous thing that a normal person, what's the most disgusting thing?
Uh, when a person can take it upon their own hands to literally destroy another person, whether it's forever or just mentally or emotionally or even physically. Like,
Mm,
no, don't sit well with me. And if I had the power to destroy you, and it's kind of like the same thing going back and forth because that's what they're doing, but that's why I'm here. Like, I'm the villain. So I will destroy you because we don't need people like you. If
like,
that makes any sense. I mean, I
no,
guess
I get
if
it.
you're a villain, it's still bad, but it's like I would use it for a good, if that makes sense.
I like that. I like that. I mean, I think for me, probably
Hey, Joe.
eradicating. I would probably want to eradicate any like real evil people, like murderers, rapists, and
Right.
stuff like that. Definitely. Yeah. No. You know what I'm thinking of like right now? That show on Amazon with the why it's not coming to me the name of them. Um fuck, it's really not coming to me.
What show?
The show um with the heroes that they're not really heroes. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it 1 second because it's bothering me that I can't think of it.
The heroes that are not really heroes.
Well, they're no, because they kill people and then the company covers it up and
I
it's
have no
such a
idea.
good show.
Now I need to
I'm
watch it because I
so
have
mad that
Amazon
I
Prime and
can't
I'm not
hear it.
watching it.
I can't think of the name. Not Incredibles. Not Invincible. Hold on.
Watch me some immortal stuff.
I'm getting The Boys. The Boys. That's the show. Fuck. Why could I not think of
The
that? That's
Boys. I
so
have not
The
heard
Boys.
of that.
Yes. So in The Boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have it's if superheroes was corporate run, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they created people with to have powers and then they pick out who they want to be like the Avengers in this world, right?
Ah, okay.
And but the guy who's like the Superman is completely a dickhead and a spoiled brat and he wants his way all the time and he fucks shit up all the time and the corporates always have to clean up his mess after. So he's vindictive, he's a murderer, he's like really evil. Um and he actually ends up being the corporate people's worst nightmare because when he turns on them, they have no way of controlling him because he's so strong.
Got it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you should watch The Boys. It's actually a very good
I might
show.
have to watch it because might learn a thing or two. No.
No, there would like it starts out. I don't want to give it away, but just watch it. If you watch the first episode all the way to the end, I
Mm-hmm.
promise you, you're gonna continue. You're gonna end up binging it. It's just,
Okay.
it's a good show. It's a
I'm gonna
good
have to
show.
watch it. I'll watch it tonight.
Um, If you were invisible, would you use that for good or evil?
Ooh. I mean, whatever way you use it, though, because you could think you're using it also for like a good, but let's say you're invisible in a place where, let's just, right, they're talking bad about you, they're planning against you and all this stuff, but you're not even supposed to be there in the first place. But now you're there. Now you
Okay.
know. So now you're going to be just as evil because now you're going to attack back with some sort of way. I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
if I would use it for good or for bad. I mean, because let's say even if you were there, right, you can now go back and be like, oh, well, you were saying this and this and that. How you know I was
Bitch, I
there?
was there.
So I mean, it has its perks, I think, right? But I think you would also probably find out things you don't want to find out about. And that would be the downfall.
That's probably a power I wouldn't want. I could definitely say that's a power I wouldn't want, unless I mean, because Miss Invisible Woman, she can make like invisible force fields and stuff like that. But that's if you're like fighting off stuff, and I wouldn't really need that in real life. So
Unless
that's
the
a power I
aliens
wouldn't want.
come.
Well, aliens already came. We spoke about that.
I know, but then you would have to use the force field to protect yourself and others.
I
But can they go against it?
mean,
Can they
right.
break
What
through
if
it?
they can see it and it doesn't phase them? This is so.
You can never win. You can never win.
No, invisible. If you really think about invisibility, is a sucky power. I don't know. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Let me go see. We had a few people who responded, right, Eva?
Yes.
Okay, here's one, which actually is pretty cool. Shape shifting, because I could pose as someone famous or powerful and change the world for the best. I could change laws. The power could change how I see it. People could how I see people because they could change the way they act. It could add a million dollars. I would be a hero. My partner could have Spider-Man powers because that's hot.
Yep. Sounds about right.
So shape shifting, I think, is a really fun one because you can literally be anyone, anywhere, at any time,
Anytime.
and people won't know. Would you be?
Who would
What
you
would
be?
you? Who would I be? So it depends. Like, just to have certain experiences, like I would want to be. Oh wow! Wait. To have certain experience, I'd probably want to experience a day in the life of. Let me think. Who's dating Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio?
Right now,
Yeah,
I
who's
really
dating them right
don't
now?
know. I think, isn't Brad Pitt back with Jennifer Aniston?
Is he? Get out!
I thought they were. I may be
No
wrong,
way. I I'd be surprised if that's true.
but I thought they were. I thought they were like rekindling type of.
Yeah, we don't know if that's real or not. I don't know. That'll be crazy.
Leonardo DiCaprio, so I heard, was somebody young.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would just want to see what it's like because he's a playboy.
You
Probably
think
once.
so?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
want to be the girl or you want to be Leonardo
Girl.
DiCaprio?
I would want to be the girl.
The girl?
Fuck. Yeah.
You just want to be with Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
exactly. No, so there's a show right now on Disney Plus, Secret Invasion, it's called, right? Okay. So comic book wise, these scrolls is the alien race that are shapeshifters. And they infiltrated the country the world back in the 90s and 2000s. So now they have millions of them and you don't know who is a scroll or not. Because they've infiltrated the prime minister is a scroll or someone on like a popular TV anchor or
Mhm.
And now they're manipulating the media and the news and everything out there to their narrative.
I mean,
And yeah, and they're trying to cause wars in between superpowers like Russia and America.
hmm
So to destroy the human race so they can come in and invade and take over the planet. Now, this show's absolutely awesome. You guys should watch Secret Invasion if you're into that stuff, but it's freaking great. With that said though, it makes you think about if you had the power to shapeshift and you can be anyone in the world, what would you use that for and how would you get it? Like the response we got, you can get $1 million. You know how to get it that. Or like there's no way you can literally turn into someone who's like,
anyone.
and then they get in trouble for your actions and you won't even have to, then that's a villain. Like
See,
if I
so it depends
stole,
on how you use it.
yeah, if I stole a
You get on my
million
nerves.
bucks of, like if I was like the owner of Chase one day and I'm like, hey, yeah, let me just get $1,250 billion from all of our customers' accounts and just take it and then walk away and turn into someone else with all that money. And the real person has to deal
Gets
with the
to.
consequences when they get caught.
So,
That's
like I
freaking
said, it
awesome.
depends on how you use it. That would make you the villain or the hero.
I like that idea.
I mean,
If I could never get caught, shapeshifting would be the shit.
definitely. Definitely, because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you really kind of can.
Now, is it like one of those things that you could just do it forever, or does the power run down as you use it?
That'll suck. I mean, you
Ah,
have to have a high moral compass to use it a certain way. And if you don't have that high moral compass, then who the fuck
it
cares?
could be destruction.
Yeah.
You only have 100 times to use it.
Ooh. That changes it. I would put a lot of thought in ways to set me up for the next 100 years because or whatever. Like, damn.
100 years though? Like, what if you don't even last 100 years?
I would turn into some politician, right? For 4 years, become the president, do that for 4 years, right? And then do it again in another country for four, whatever their terms are, and then try to make sure everybody is working together and set up certain laws in place. Like everyone would be the best. It
Mm.
has to be like it would be all in my image and what I would want it to be. I think that's how I would do good with it.
Okay.
Maybe not the politicians, more like the people with the money behind it.
That part.
Yeah, yeah.
That part. Yeah,
Because
no.
the
I mean, I get
politicians are
that.
really just the puppets.
Just the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that too, though. I mean, definitely, it depends on how you want to use it. So, definitely, I think, let's see, if I was to be able to shapeshift, Jesus. Again, I would definitely try to do it as a good as possible. Like,
Hmm.
okay, if I was to just be able to shapeshift into like a politician, okay,
Okay.
not to do because I think what he's doing is already perfectly fine. It's maybe to learn, like get that
Hmm.
full body experience to be him,
Well, so the scrolls in the show shape physically
but
and
it's
then
still you.
have the power to also mimic their voice.
Uh
And then
huh.
they have this machine where they extract memories and implant them. So you know their information as well as their knowledge and their life. That's how you implant yourself in their life while they store the other person back there.
I would definitely want to be this guy.
Ooh, what guy?
So El Salvador's president,
Really?
President Bukele, yes, he's like done so many amazing stuff for the country, and like literally they're like, oh, we want to be like President Bukele, like Bukele movement, something like that. They're wanting to call it because what he did is, and I don't know if you know this, right? But El
I
Salvador
don't.
was a very tiny country in Central America, but was always at like one civil war. It was always just something. There's, gang members that just pretty much ran the country type of shit. And he came and pretty much just wiped it all out. Like all the gang
Really?
members, oh, you're affiliated, oh, you have tattoos, oh, you're this, oh, you're related with them, oh, you do this, you do that. Oh, okay. So he has like a mass jail and just put them all in there.
Wow.
But now in jail, he's giving them the opportunity to change,
Okay.
to go to school, to get a degree, to like become a better citizen.
Huh.
But the country itself has grown so much. Like literally it's so touristy now, where before people wouldn't even want to go. People didn't even know about El Salvador.
Yeah.
Now, even Miss Universe, the next show, is going to be done in El Salvador.
Really?
So it's definitely changed so much that I would love to like learn from him. Like I would take all his
Take
in a
all his
good way, in a
knowledge.
good way, in a good way. Don't come for me. In a good way though, because I think he's just that awesome.
That's awesome. I need to look him up. It's good to know.
Yes.
I just learned something new. Now, I want to just switch it a little bit. So, what about your partner? Like, what if you had a power and you could have someone with a power? What do you think would be most compatible with you? It's hard. Do you think, like we read
I might work
Spider
alone.
Man, Spider Man, do you think Spider Man powers are super hot?
Look, have you seen the new one?
Of-
Oh
Who's,
yeah, that's right. Never mind.
I mean, of course I've
Who
seen
am I
them all.
talking to? Who am I talking to? So you know how like it's with my kids, that's my thing with them. Like I'm not all that familiar, but anything with comics, I watch it with them.
Hmm.
So Spider-Man, this last one, I think the biggest thing that me and my daughter were like is the Latino behind it. Like all that, like what was it that she said? The mom said, "Oh, so what? Your culitos farts out seda or something like that." Like silk. We were dying laughing because it's one of those things where it's like now it's relatable with us.
Yeah.
So now it's like,
To my
oh,
Miles
cool.
Morales.
Yes. So
Yes.
it's one of those things where it's like
I
now
loved it.
it's sexy. I think.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
I one of the things that I loved more about that particular Across the Spider Verse, with Miles Morales, is definitely the Spanglish, New
Yes.
York thing that we don't see on television,
Mm-mm.
and definitely not in this comic book world on
Exactly.
right. And it was so good. I think they did that very well. The conversation with him and his mom, and how she's like, you belong wherever you are, and it was that was a very touching scene. It
Yep.
was a very touching scene, a very relatable scene. And it's one thing, unless you're watching Spanish television, which I don't watch, we don't see that representation anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
um and it was very good. It was very good. I
Yep.
loved it.
Yeah, I know.
Definitely.
I'm telling you, like it had me and my kids kind of looking at each other, like, especially the mom part. I kept looking at my son, like, "You hearing this? Like, I'm always gonna be there for you, okay?" Like, yeah, I really liked how literally we came out of there identifying
Yeah.
as a comic, like as a superhero.
Yeah. I thought that
Like,
was
yeah.
freaking awesome. I love
And I
Miles
think that's
Morales.
where that came from, that whole hot part.
Okay, we're talking about Miles Morales. That makes sense, but
Yeah.
Peter Parker, not as hot for me. I don't know.
Yeah. So we're talking about that part.
Yeah, yeah. Let's look at another one. Let me see here. Hold on. So someone said, I think Venom's powers,
Mm-hmm.
it enhances the person, makes them stronger, faster, keeps the body healthy as long as he eats, and he can be okay. So Venom's powers is an alien symbiote that takes over your body basically and it does enhance everything. Um Symbiosis is this, I don't mean they don't do it right in the movies at all, but in the comic books the whole point of it is this alien species and this symbiosis combines with you and so forth, and usually it takes over and you become that personality.
Mm-hmm.
Or it, but then there's things that they work with you, it depends, so it varies. But I like that one. I think that because it enhances everything and still has like some kind of
You
bad boy streak behind it as well, you on a different level. I like that idea,
it makes you
and
just
that's probably what I would want my man to have,
girl.
my partner to be a Venom type character,
Okay. I'm like
because
100% with that one.
yeah,
100% with that
let's
one.
enhance everything
I'm
about you,
like,
like your excitement, your lust, your everything except for anger. I don't want you to be enhanced
I
with
know.
anger. That one is a little bit, but energy, strength, longevity,
But
you
then my
know.
patience, see? My patience with that.
Oh,
Ah,
see,
see?
patience and
See?
that'll work together.
See? I'll take him. I'll take him as my
Okay.
partner.
Okay. So you with super patience and him with venom symbiosis. I think that's a good mix because you'll be patient with his craziness also.
Okay. I'm that
That part.
I'm going with that one. Going with that one.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Um, let's see here. So someone wrote, if they had to pick a superhero, it would be to become like Spider-Man. Easier
Okay.
to keep a superhero and personal identity, as well as having a plethora of potential in increasing power, like Miles's Venom Shock or Invisibility. So I get that. I like that. Spider-Man tends to be a popular one, especially Miles Morales' version, right? There's a interesting run in the comic books that a lot of people don't really know about, obviously, because they don't really
Mhm.
advertise it. But Peter Parker technically dies,
Mhm.
right? But he doesn't, his body's still here. His mind gets taken over by Dr. Octopus. So the consciousness of Otto Octavius, the doctor,
Uh-huh.
goes into Peter Parker's body and takes over, and he knows his secret identity. He knows his whole life, and he's living as Spider-Man and Peter Parker, right?
So that's
Now,
where the kind of like the shape shifting also comes into, like if you use it for
well,
evil.
hold on, wait. Here's the thing. Now, it's only his consciousness that's Otto, but he has to portray as Peter, right?
Mhm.
And he's like certain people in Peter's life, he's a total asshole with. He switches up. However, what he does do is prioritizes Peter's life, and he makes him $1 million company. He ends up becoming a better person living as Peter because he still has to live up to
To a certain.
being Spider-Man,
Mhm.
right? To keep that cover going. But he also builds up Peter's life at the same time, makes him a better person in the sense, not a better person in the sense that he's nice to his people because he's still Otto, but
Mhm.
in the sense that he's more productive. He's like a Tony Stark with billions of dollar company now, running specific things and just being complete handling being a superhero much better than Peter Parker ever did.
Okay.
So it's actually a very good storyline. If you have no, if I mean obviously I don't expect you guys to read it, but it's an interesting thought because we see different variations of spider people in the comic books, and then
Mm-hmm.
some of it we've seen in Across the
And
Spider-Verse,
the movie,
which was
yeah.
pretty cool.
It
Spider
really was.
Woman, yeah, I think that that's one thing that
Spider Baby.
she was. So Mayday in the comic books becomes Spider Girl,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a pretty interesting run as well. When they make that, is I think it's a miniseries. Don't quote me because I don't know for sure, but it was very very good, and she's struggles with living up to her father's name and being able to do what he can do. So if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but it was actually very good. So she's gonna be a very, if they grow that character, she could be very good.
I fell
Look
in love with her. He was like, hold my baby.
at he was very like, she just makes you happy. It's just
Yes,
no.
hold her.
I think every parent thinks their baby is like
Spider
gold,
Baby.
and it's just everybody's life, and it's just their life. She's like, yeah.
I like I always used to laugh when I used to watch these movies of like, the parents that would like pop up that like unfoldable
The
that
foldable
foldable
wallet pictures.
wallet pictures. Yeah. I'm
Mhm,
like, oh my god, like that's so
mhm.
bro, in same form, I'm the same way with my phone. Look at my kids. Look at my
Yep, yep.
kids.
That's one of the things. I mean, being someone who doesn't have children, right? And then you have friends having their first
Having kids.
babies, and and constantly like, but look what he did, but look what he did, but look what he did, but look what they did,
He
look,
talked. Look,
look.
he said this. Like, no, he
I'm
didn't. He
like,
said blah 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 blah.
right. To parents, their child is like the smartest genius, the most
Yep.
beautiful thing, and everything they do is amazing.
The first
And
time
then
in the
they
world.
share it with people who have no care in the world, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
isn't that great?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you don't want to be mean. I'm so happy for you that you love this, but
But
I don't
like,
care.
how was your day? It's so hard, and I
So
think one of
fucked
the
up.
biggest thing is that it shows also how when you do become a parent too, like even though you can have all this, you still like that changes your focus.
Yeah, it changes your
It changes
focus,
your
it changes your
focus.
life, it changes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also a lot to do with why some people lose some of their friends when they become a parent,
That too, because
especially
then
their
now there's
single
nothing
friends.
really too much to be relating with.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that does happen, and it's unfortunate, but it's real. And it's not.
Fortunately, you get along with my kids, so it's the whole yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a big kid. It's okay. I mean, I've never had really an issue with that, especially like I've raised kids I don't have,
Yeah,
right? So it's a little bit different, but understand the feeling where someone's so obsessed with their child and wants to share it with so
like
many
that
people.
pride, that joy, that just like
Right.
oh, that's part of me. Look.
But it's also the fact that they're blind to the fact there are people who really aren't interested.
Yeah,
It's
but just
there.
hold my baby. You'll
Just
be
hold
happy.
her. You'll understand. Just hold her. She's like the best thing ever.
I loved it though, because like he did everything, even though he didn't want to. Like he was just like, put her little
Mhm.
hoodie on and let's go. I
That's
loved
funny.
it. Yeah.
Here's another one. See-through vision, X-ray vision. You can see through things. What do you think about that one? What does that do for you, really?
Well, I mean, so can you see through like? Oh,
Maybe you
because
can
there's two
unlock the
levels, I
see
think.
everything. Maybe see through everything, and you can like enhance it in a way, or however you want to enhance it. If you want to see past just clothing, or see inside skin, or through walls, or like X-ray vision
That's what I'm saying
can
though.
see
Like,
through
how would
anything.
you use it though? Because if it's just like, if it's just see through clothes, there'd be a lot more happy people in the world.
What the? How is that happy? I
Because
think
you
a lot
get
more
to
happier
see.
men.
You get to see
You know,
first
I
what's
think
there.
no, here's
No,
no, hold on,
no,
time out.
women
I
can
was all right,
see.
I'm correcting. Wait.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing, because some people are showers and not and growers are different, right? I wouldn't judge that because growers and showers don't mean anything, either or, right? Would you agree? Because some people just grow into, ooh.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Okay.
But I think it would cut down the time investing.
No, because that's so mean. That's so
Wait,
superficial.
wait, but that's if you want to see through
Just clothing.
clothes. Okay.
Right. I mean,
Same with
here's
the
the
guys. Okay, guys,
here's the
don't come
thing.
at
I
me.
think women are
Y'all want
retarded
to
with
see
this.
titties.
Wait, let me say something. Let me say something, right? I think that's very superficial because women, they claim they need to have a certain size, right? But in reality, right, you people get come off of being fingered. Fingers aren't a certain size, right?
Girl.
People like you can come off of a tongue, okay, and that's a certain size. So
If
it's
my boy,
not.
see,
I, my thing is, it's not the size of the ship; it's the motion in the ocean, right? And if you know what he's doing, certain
okay,
things can
I
compensate.
give you that. I give you that. I give you that.
Okay,
But think about it, guys. Want to see through girls' clothes? Why? Because they want to see boobies.
right. But here's the thing
They
that'll
want to see
happen.
culo.
Do you think the porn industry would be as lucrative if people had X-ray vision? Because if I could see it anywhere, why would I pay for it?
Well, okay, hold on. Now some states are banning the just easy access to, let's say, porn.
Really? Why?
Mm-hmm. Virginia
That
is one of
industry
them.
is the freaking. First of all, that
You would have
industry
to show
makes
your
so
ID.
much money in this country, especially in the world.
You have
Sex
to show your
sells.
ID to get through.
To go into what ID to get through
Watch
what
porn.
to watch porn online.
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to show my ID online?
There's probably a way to do it, but it just that yeah, that just went through.
Really?
So it's becoming a little bit less, right? Or in some states, it'll be less.
Okay.
Now that person to person is gonna come more real. And I was just having this conversation with a friend because it's like now, if you can't have easy access to it online, now you're gonna have to go out there and find yourself somebody.
Here's that's a bigger issue. Here's what I'm gonna say. Okay, most, and this is not a grab at any individual at any way, but most men are just average regular men, and not all of them are that attractive. Not all of them can bag a bunch of females. They're really just regular dudes who are maybe really nice, and a lot of women won't even look in their direction,
Mm-hmm.
right? And to force them to then have to go out
Yeah.
in a position, and it's I would never want to be a man because it is demoralizing. It is scary, it is superficial, it is, and rejection isn't fun. You got to have a really
That part.
strong character, and not everybody does.
Nope.
So I mean, I don't think I would be able to deal with as much rejection as the typical man does. And that's scary to me.
It's scary.
It sucks. I mean, I don't envy you guys in that sense, although you guys still suck. But I don't envy you guys in
But
any
then,
way.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that now it's like closing access to something, I guess, that people were comfortable with. Now you're going to be put in a situation where you have to be uncomfortable to get something.
That sucks. Unless you have the superpower of being able to see through clothing.
There you go. See?
or X-ray vision or see through certain things. I don't
Now, if
know.
you could see through walls and like buildings and stuff, I would definitely be able to want to do that.
That I would want to do because if I could see where you keep your 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 money under the mattress and stuff like that, and I totally would take it just because. No, and that's
So
not.
then
I'm
you
not
would
even a
be
thief.
evil.
I'm not even a thief. I'm talking shit out my ass. But
You'd be a
uh,
villain.
maybe, probably, if I had the power. The thing
See,
is, if you
having
had the biggest,
power will
that's the
change
biggest
you.
thing. Having power does change you, absolutely. But
Mhm.
the biggest thing is having that moral compass.
Yeah,
And if you don't have that basic moral compass, having those powers is a problem. Any power. That's
I'd
why
be
Trump
toxic.
Trump
I
has no
think.
fucking moral compass.
I
He's a
think I'd
fucking
be
evil
toxic.
person.
I'd be the one who
She said I'd be toxic.
spy on people or spy on the big
Mm.
guys, or you know what I mean. Like I would use it like that. Like they would come to me for like, hey,
I'd
these
be
big
I'd
guys
be the
are
hero for hire type shit. Like, oh, you need something? You need some info? I got you. This is my fee, and I'm gonna put myself in position to find out what it is. I'll see through whatever, and be that spy thing and make
see.
money off of that.
I think as a spy, that would help.
Right?
I would definitely use that as a
See,
spy.
I would want a power where no, I don't want a power that can be duplicated. I don't want a power that someone else has.
That,
Right?
yeah, that too. You want to be unique within your power.
Right, because I'm gonna be of demands, and people won't know how I get the information I have because they don't need to know. Because then, what if someone went for my eyes?
What if somebody can duplicate it or find the way to duplicate it? How would you stand out?
See, I'd be the Robin Hood then. Like Robin Hood did it for people who needed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to someone who was doing it for their own personal gain.
Yeah, because then the other person would obviously want it for that, their personal gain.
Yeah, I think that would be the easiest way to explain. Super seeing through things though isn't a bad power. It's just really how you would use it.
Yeah.
And being able to have that different level of where you can use it and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Restrictions, I guess.
Moral compass. It's a moral compass. I think it really comes down to that because if you can't really have that like basis,
Mm-hmm.
that really determines how if you're going to be good or bad as a person.
I get that.
Yeah.
That hit the soul.
Let's see what else we got. So for basic abilities, I'd have to go with omnipotence. I won't have any limits and I can do anything and I want and won't be able to be stopped. so
Hmm.
I'm so there's in Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Invincible is a comic book that they made into an animated show. And it's also on Amazon Prime. Great fucking show. You have to watch it. I don't know, if you watched Spider Across the Spider-Verse. Invincible is dope. Um, his father is an alien, and his name is Omni-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and Omni-Man has omnipotence. So he's everything that Superman is pretty much. Has the ability to super strength, flight. Um, there's nothing you can stop him with. Basically, he has no weakness. Would you want a Superman? She said
Girl.
that face alone.
Girl. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
He could do anything.
Anything can't be
He don't
stopped.
get tired.
Oh, You're an ass. I would assume he can't get tired if you're omnipotent.
I mean,
I'm sure, you're
let me
probably
be your kryptonite. No, just kidding. um,
okay.
I would, yeah, I would, ooh, would I like, okay, but see, would I want my partner? I only have patience. Well, if you put me next to an Omni, like, I got no powers after that. All I got is super patience.
Super patience and super.
I
Um,
mean,
I mean that's not bad. It's just not as compatible, I guess.
see the super patience with the venom though. That one, I'm
That
stuck
one
on that one.
works because it gives tranquil versus calamity. It's an oxymoron that works well together.
Is that
It's that balance. It's
balance?
that
See,
balance.
see.
I personally would not want anyone to have omnipotence. I don't think that is a fair power. I'm not the biggest fan of those big OD powered, overpowered heroes.
It can go bad.
Yeah. If you watch the boys, you'll see how that can easily go bad because
Mm-hmm.
what's this guy's name? The main character. I hate when I can't remember stuff. So I'm gonna
And I
get there.
haven't watched this, so I'm like,
Yeah, I know. The boys cast. One second. Homelander, thank you. Whoa. Homelander is like a knockoff Superman kind of thing
mhm.
and can possibly kill anything and anyone. How do you stop someone with no moral compass who is omnipotent?
There has to be something.
That's the problem with it. I don't want anyone in my world, if I had the perfect world that I can build and shape, and I was like omnipotence would be off the table.
You can have anything else but that.
Yep,
But then,
omnipotence
don't
would
you
be
think
off
that
the
would make
table.
people want to try and get access to that?
Omnipotence would be off the table. It doesn't exist. There's no access. It doesn't exist.
What if
Everyone
they
has
want
a
to create
weakness.
it?
Everyone has to have a weakness. I don't think it's fair for anyone to have omnipotence.
My weakness. Oh goodness.
Everyone has to have a weakness. What's your weakness? Go ahead. What are you thinking?
What would be my weakness?
I don't know.
I keep thinking in my head, my weakness, man. The song. I mean, that's the only thing that came up to mind. What would be my weakness? If I have super patience,
hmm
what would be my weakness? I have the patience for anything.
Maybe chaos?
No, I have
No,
the
because you can
patience for it.
withstand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. We'll think on
I,
it. We'll think on it. We'll
yeah.
think on it.
I have patience for
Interesting.
everything. It's gonna be kind of hard to get to me.
Here's another one. So I would say fly as a superpower. So in case of bad situations, I can just grab my kids and fly them to safety. And I would add to escape and fly wherever I want to go instead of drive.
Um,
Would you want the power of flight?
you know, the way gas prices were in California, I would not mind it at all. The thing is, Do you get tired?
I would think so. It's
Because
just
it would
like
take a lot from you.
I'm assuming so. I mean, if you're walking, it's tiring. If you're running, it's tiring. If you're doing
Girl.
any kind of movement, excuse me, it's tiring, right? Like right on time. I think
Mm,
flying would exert some kind of energy.
right. And how long would the recovery be?
Probably not like I mean, if you could fly, it'd probably be just like walking, just without having to actually walk.
Unless you fly like Superman.
Yeah,
Not much. You know, there's not much like
it's not
flapping
like
around.
right.
It's like a
Yeah, man.
bird. It's like, you know.
It's just defying gravity, and I
Yeah.
mean, he's not like but I'm sure that takes some kind of exertion. Like you're
I'm
propelling
afraid.
it. I
Like,
don't know how that
I,
works.
I,
I mean, I really thought about how flight works.
I mean, it's not like I'm afraid of heights, but
Well, if you could fly, I don't think you would be. That would suck if you got a power that you could fly and you were afraid of heights.
bro. But see, that's the thing. In your human normal form, you're afraid of heights. But when you transfer or transform into your power, you become this other person. So it's like you're not afraid of heights. That's why you have the superpower. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that would be cool because you get to live both ways. Just saying.
She said, I don't know if that makes any sense, but
You get to be a human, but you also get to have superpowers. That
it's why I
in
love.
human form is your
See,
fear.
I think the thing is, my mind what is more like mutants,
Mm-hmm.
and where you are automatically genetically with this power. Not that you transform into the power. It just materializes at a certain age when you go through like puberty or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what in the boys they thought what it was until they find out it was corporate done and they were injected with shit.
And you know what? The more that we're talking about it, you keep saying the boys. I feel like I have seen
The Boys is such a
some
good
of it.
show. That was kind of the inspiration with this
One of them
question.
has. Does one of them have that see through? I mean, that see through like
He's
the X-ray,
invisible, yes. No, X-ray vision. Does one of them have
or
X-ray
one of
vision?
them hears like from afar, like has that superpower of hearing. I don't know
Well,
which one I'm
well,
talking about.
Homelander is like Superman. He can hear from far away, but it's not like
And this one is like they all have different powers. So
they all have different powers.
I don't know what
The
show I'm
deep,
talking
the
about.
deep is like the fake Aquaman. Um, then there's like this girl who's like the fake Wolverine. My camera
Hmm.
just woke up. Sorry, I just want to make sure
You
it
going to
faces.
sleep and it woke up.
Um, the deep is like so yeah, he's like Aquaman. Then we have Homelander, who's like Superman, and then there's the girl who's like Wonder Woman. I mean, it's kind of. Then they have the speedster, like the Flash. They call him A Train. Um, yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. It's
I have to watch it.
you have to watch it. You have to watch
I
it.
have to
It's
watch
hard to
it.
explain if yeah, it's good. It's good. It's on Amazon Prime. You should check it out. You should check it
Yeah,
out and let me know what you think of it because it's so good.
I will. But I'm still thinking about flying.
Okay. I mean, the fact that the dope part about being able to fly is the convenience that you can go anywhere whenever you want and
Whenever
never
you
have to
want.
pay for transportation costs. But
Traveling would become so cheap.
I would probably want to do teleportation because
Mm.
teleportation cuts down on time. Like if I can just dematerialize here and show up there, that would be freaking awesome. And then all I have to do is have my bag to be sitting on the beach, and I never have to drive, walk, fly. I never have to do any of that. Teleportation is lit.
But does that speed up your lifespan?
Why do you want to come up with some freaky
I'm
ass
sorry.
weird?
You have to
You're
make
right.
some sort of issue with it.
No, see, I'm not. See, that's like the Flash. The Flash, if you're fast, it speeds up your lifespan. I think teleportation. The interesting thing would be that I can't read.
That's why you have the power, because you can't read road signs. You can't read.
I don't know. I just
You have
thought
to
of some
just
stupid shit.
transport. I mean, there has to be some sort of, or you can't have
A
like a
universal
family.
balance kind of thing.
Yes.
Fine, I can't have a family. I'll take that if I can get to transportation,
Jesus.
teleportation. Fuck yes. Cause let's go to Greece right now. Packing a bag. Boom, I'm in Greece. That's
Vamonos.
fucking great. You know,
I
I
think
think
that I would like, just because I do like to travel.
right.
I would definitely love that. Like,
No flight expenses. No,
no sitting on a freaking airplane for hours. Which,
and
by the way, I
going
like the
through.
emergency exit only because I get that extra leg room.
Oh, I learned I will never ever pay regular price for the regular seating. I learned I have to be up in the with the bigger space area.
Which
I'll
one?
pay more for more leg room. I can't do it anymore. I'm old, one, and I always every time I take a flight because it's so cramped and I end up with swollen feet and legs and I'm just feeling like shit for the first day. And I never
Mm-hmm.
really get to enjoy the first couple of days because I'm feeling like crap.
Mm-hmm.
However, when there's more space, I can pick my legs up a little bit. And I usually there's no one next to me. It's freaking great, and I have more. I just
For me,
I will.
it's either
I'm
that
gonna always
front
pay more.
row, because you have that extra feet space,
Hmm.
or the emergency aisle.
Yeah.
Like, I always kind of get away with it. I'm like, oh, like, I'm CPR and, I'm over here. I'm certified. Oh, okay, you can take the emergency exit.
That works.
Then I'm
That
over here
works.
the whole flight. I remember one time we actually were going to Puerto Rico, and I'm telling you, when I go on the flight, my neck pillow's on, my hoodie's on, my eye mask is on, and I'm just like, I had no idea what was going on. My friend, mind you, we had just been done with nursing school, so
Okay.
she's like nudging me. I'm like, what? And I'm like, what?
Mm.
She was like, the flight attendant is asking if anyone on here is a nurse. I was like, bitch, did we go to the same class? You go, I'm asleep. I'm on vacation.
Yo, you're an ass. He's like, you fucking go. What the fuck you waking me up for?
You can go tag, you're it. Like, I'm like, you see me in my like freaking beauty sleepover here. I'm telling you. And during COVID, it was worse because I have my eye mask with me. So
Hmm.
it's my neck pillow, my hoodie, my eye mask, and now I had a face mask, so I look like a ninja.
With a
You
neck
can't
pillow.
see me.
Yeah.
You can't see me. I'm just there. I'm like,
Hilarious.
I like flying though, but I do like traveling. So if I could save that time, like you said, on the plane and just,
I
but
like
there's no way
traveling.
to do
I
with
hate
all my
flying.
clothes.
Bro, you carry a bag. You teleport with your suitcase. What the fuck does that mean?
No, yeah,
Everything you
wait.
have on
It's so
you
great.
will go. Like you can't just teleport and you come show up a completely naked.
But that's what happened.
What?
Haven't you watched the Transporter's Wife or something like that?
No. What the
Tele-
fuck is that?
Oh, I have to send you this movie. It's an older movie. You have to have already seen it. Who's in this movie?
What is it called?
I want to say the Transporter's Wife? Something wife. He teleports. Who's on here? Good evening and happy Saturday from Hugo. Oh, the Traveler's Wife. The Time Traveler's Wife. Hugo got it. He got it.
Hugo, you are always on point. Thank you. Hi,
Thank
Hugo.
you. What he said, the time traveler's wife. There you go.
So, what does that have to do with me being a
When
teleporter?
because when he does this, he
Okay.
gets naked.
But he's a time traveler. That's not a teleporter.
But the clothes won't it go away?
If I teleport, everything on me goes with me. I can
Fine.
grab your hand and you coming with me as well.
Ah, see? I love
We're
that.
teleporting together. It's like
Teleporting.
Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler in the X-Men, anything he's touching teleports with him and poof, a puff of smoke.
That's genius.
See, the dude's in the Terminator. That's true. No clothes, but that's time travel.
Fine.
Time
Whatever.
travel, you lose your clothing. Except in what's that show on Showtime where she like goes back in time? I don't know. I don't think she loses her clothing when she time travels.
Which
Whatever.
one?
This show on Showtime.
Oh, I'm going to sneeze.
Now you're not because you said it.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so now I learned something. So you teleport, you don't lose your clothes. When you time travel, you lose your clothes. Why? You gain weight through the time or what? Or you lose weight?
I don't know the reasoning behind losing your clothing when you time travel. I think they explained it once in a Terminator movie, but I can't recall exactly why. I'd I'd have to look that up.
Does anybody
Maybe
on here know why?
I don't know. Hugo would probably know better than I would.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with how they send people back in time and
You're
the electric
close.
static stuff and it all burns. I don't know. It's not organic matter.
That right there. I think that's right there. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, we're just gonna make sense out of
Yeah,
superpowers because
of
that's exactly
course.
what we're doing.
Exactly.
He said, "Nah, I think it's a play to show their physique, really."
Look, if I had that banging body, I wouldn't mind coming up to the 15th century. Like, pow! They would hang me.
Yeah, I don't have the right color. I wouldn't want to come back in that time. Mm,
Yeah.
hmm.
Not the best time for
And
us.
also, I don't think they had indoor plumbing. Bro, not having a shower or a toilet would suck.
They would shower like once a year
It's
or something like
gross.
that.
Everybody smelled like bow. No, it's okay. So I'll pass on old times. Old times I probably wouldn't care to do. Um, Hugo, I have a question for you. We're talking about if you had a superpower, what would it be? And would you be a villain or a hero? And what would you want to do with it to change? What would it do for you? How could it change your life? Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You came just in time, Hugo.
Just in time. Oh, look, we did have one that said teleportation as well. I would never have to worry about spending money on gas, boat rides, plane tickets, anything. I would change. There isn't anything I would change. The superpower would be like my open world. Yeah, definitely. I go with teleportation. I think that's awesome.
I mean, we definitely had a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I got a couple more. Let me just pull it up
That's a tough one.
here.
Hugo said that's a tough one.
It is a tough one because you
We've
don't
been getting
know.
our superpowers by like way of elimination.
Right. Um. So someone says super speed like the Flash. I would totally be a hero. I could run and go wherever I wanted in seconds.
Okay.
I don't hate that. It's cool.
I don't like running, so
Yeah, I don't think see the Flash is cool. I would never want that power though. I'm like constantly eating because I have to recoup my energy.
but hold
Yeah.
on, we already do that. I mean, I already do that. I stay eating. I don't burn the energy. So I mean, I guess that would work
I
for
guess
me.
that would work. I
But I
guess.
hate running. Tempting to
Tempting to
say
say
X.
X-ray vision because I'm as mature as a 12-year-old boy, but not. You know, we literally just spoke about that. Being able to see through, is it like clothing, walls, different levels of what you can see through? And we were talking about how it would totally fuck up the whole porn industry because would you pay for it if you could see it on everyone?
I mean, or would it
Right,
help?
right. Or would it help? Because then I can see what you're working with and may not even try.
That part, because that's what I'm saying. Okay, we were talking about us being able to see guys, right? But guys seeing girls, they get to see boobies, and then they're like, that's not the ones I like. Pass. You know what I
And
mean?
no,
It's
I don't
it's
think it
good.
matters. See, the thing is, well, I'm not going to speak for men, but I would
I
believe,
don't know.
right? I would believe
Hugo, you could
that,
speak for them.
right? I would believe that men like all kinds of boobies because they're all a little bit different, but there's some that they
Hmm.
prefer over others,
That part.
right? And I think the more important thing is the bottom stuff, not the top stuff.
And then if they look at the bottom stuff and they're like,
Maybe I don't like that one as much, but I still would try it.
you know what?
See, see, guys will still do it. That's the thing. They don't care. They're still gonna do it.
You can't knock it till you try it, right?
I guess so. I guess. Um, we have another. I'd be a healer. Heal people from all the trauma they go through.
Oh,
I like that.
I love that one.
Right?
I love that one because definitely you could use that. This world needs a lot of it.
Then I'd definitely be a hero and for that. If I
Yeah.
couldn't be like the fucking Dalai Lama or some shit, right? And
Hmm.
people will come to me to heal them. And not just like physical, but mental stuff.
Like all the way around.
Right. And make them better people.
Yeah.
That's a really nice power. I mean, would I want to exert my energy? But here's the problem with that, right? Because people can't see people do well. Jealousy comes about, envy comes about. There's still uglies that come about and may want to try to destroy me. Then I would create villains that I didn't even realize hated me just because I was trying to help
So
people.
when you're doing a good, you were actually also creating the evil
Am I?
because you were helping so much that the ugly grew.
Mm,
See?
and I probably wouldn't live long.
For real, superpower. Something like Luke Cage would be dope. The skin and strength.
Okay, I like that. Something real, like because having the super skin and like nothing can puncture it, just having the super strength because nobody would fuck with you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Telekinesis would be pretty handy too.
Ooh.
Like if I could just bring that bottle of wine to me, never even have to get up. Oh, the remote is over there. Thanks, you know. I
Um, I okay, that's reminding me a little bit also of I don't know if you remember that show, Bewitched.
of
Where she just
course. First of all, Bewitched is freaking awesome.
can you move your nose though?
I would do you would you want to see this is so random, but I would love to see a remake of Bewitched in today's world.
How do you think that would work though? Because I think that was perfectly fine in that time.
It was fun in that time, but if we did it in today's world on how a young witch needs to get through and learn her powers and then keep it on a low because people are haters and how she on
The
the
world is
low
so exposed right now.
right, but here's the thing, she's helping fam and then you have to try to the premise would be trying to save um does the 2005 movie count? What 2005 movie?
Oh, with Nicole Kidman.
Was there a movie?
Yes. Was it with Nicole Kidman? It was Nicole Kidman, right, Hugo?
But wasn't it still back in the day?
It was, I think, still. I think it was based on the show.
Okay, no, I don't. That doesn't count. No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about in
Nicole Kidman and
today's
Will
world because
Ferrell.
that I believe it still took place in this 50s, 60s era.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like 2023 era, like 2020 futuristic, not back in the day. What it would be
Now.
like for someone who has like Samantha's powers. Is it Samantha?
Yeah.
Thank you. Um, in today's world, how do you hide it when everything is so exposed? What
I
would you
think
use the power for?
okay.
Right? I love this. It's
I mean, I
fun.
would say the same thing. Like the same. Twitch my nose to just create dinner. Twitch
Oh,
my
that would
nose
freaking
to
that would
just
be easy.
bring
I wouldn't
that
even
bottle
want
of
to be.
wine.
This is yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It
that's
would
true.
still be for the same, I think. But how do you make it adapt to this nowadays, the new age?
I think it's trying to not be caught on camera doing it,
Everybody
and
has
then
cameras now.
everybody has cameras. You're gonna be caught and then hunted down like in modern day Salem witch trials.
That part.
Oh my God, right? Or taken by the government because they know you can do shit that they don't want you showing people you can do.
Exactly.
Stranger Things. There you go. That's the modern day Bewitched.
I mean, definitely.
Sad kind of thing now that I'm thinking about it. It's kind of fucked up our world.
It's one of those things that, like, yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, it still makes sense back in that day because nowadays, I don't think it would go so good. I think folks who would think you're freakier for wiggling your nose and what you can do.
Right. If I could wiggle my nose like I don't think I can even wiggle my nose the way she does.
I I wiggle my whole face before I wiggle my nose.
Right. I mean my lips will go, my it just doesn't
Right.
work. Whatever. I don't know how they do it. It doesn't work.
In my head.
I'd have to be like
Like the baby Tabitha. She'd be like, that would be me. I'd be that witch. No, I'm the handicapped witch. I need the assistance.
oh, that's mad funny. That reminds me of now that brings me to like Vampire Diaries. Right? In Vampire Diaries, you have the witches, and you have the vampires and the werewolves. And in today's world, how they live and have to hide and certain things like that. And I think that
If you could see it. You
some
probably get that.
did that say Stefan perfume oil?
Yes. I have Elena's too.
The fuck?
Okay, so I went to the maybe this is giving out too much. I went to Mystic Falls.
Okay, I want to go
I'm
there.
gonna leave it at that.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go. Okay, all right, all right.
Like this one, I use it so much it doesn't even have the letters anymore.
Who's that, Elena?
Elena's, yeah, look, it's like blurred out.
So they have their own perfume oil that I did
Yes,
not know.
this is Elena's. There was Damien's. There was Bonnie's. They all of them have, and it smells so good. So
Okay. Okay.
you got me at Vampire Diaries. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would want the power to control gravity just for the fact that I can alter gravity everywhere. I could take over the world.
You
This
said
power would let me
control
control
gravity?
everything. If they had any issues, I'd crush them. I'd definitely be a villain. A villain. Dude, whoever wrote that is fucking hilarious.
Whoever said gravity, my first thought went to boobs.
Yeah, let's help keep them up. Keep them up.
Everybody would have perky boobs. Oh, that's awful. That's where my mind went.
It's fucked up. Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
The power to control gravity and the fact that you can use it anywhere in the world. And he would be a villain, he said. and crush people
Mm.
who didn't who gave him any issues. That's so fucked up.
You have the
You could
gravity, so you can
squish
just push.
them literally and
Yeah.
splat
Oh, really?
over.
Eh.
See, you see, that's where again, moral compass, moral compass.
Yeah.
Can't do shit at the whim of your attitude.
Feelings,
Yeah,
emotions.
yeah, yeah,
So self control would come
yeah.
along with that too.
You would have to. You would have to, because that's a powerful power. Being able to control gravity.
You can doom the world.
I like
Literally.
Eva's thoughts on controlling gravity more than squishing folks. Right. Uh, Elevating the boobs. Elevating the boobs.
Help
Let's make
the
sure they stay
boobies.
up.
Help the tatas. Like literally, that was my first thought. Gravity. Oh, I'd help everybody with boobs. Park them up.
The weirdest thing to me is always with people with smaller boobs who have saggy pancakey looking ones, and you're like, why? It's
That's where
small ones.
gravity
I
comes
mean,
into
that's
place.
sad. While the bigger ones, those I understand when they start to drop. But yeah, Baywatch boobs anytime, any place.
He goes like, I support Eva's gravity thought behind this.
Boobs
um,
need work. Help the boobs. Let's heal the boobs. So you would definitely be a hero if you had that power.
see, I would
That's a
help
hero.
the boobies.
The
The
slow
slow
mo
mo
running
running
part.
part,
Right. Just
and I would
whatever
help
that
the
song
guys
is
too.
playing. What, gravity helps the guys?
Yes, because as time goes, so does everything else.
What do you mean? Blood flow. The blood flow controls that.
No, 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 no. Like
What are you talking about? Skin?
the ball drops.
Oh, balls
Yeah.
dropping. I mean, balls drop anyway.
And you
I
gotta help
mean,
them though, because not everybody wants to be peeing with the. Not everybody wants to go to the bathroom.
yeah, cup the
You
balls
know,
kind
and
of
then
thing.
bloop, and then the bloop. Like, no, come on. I'll help them too. I'll help them too.
You're an asshole. I think that has more to do with sagging skin starts to lose its elasticity.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I can control them also with gravity, as you know, you can have loose skin, but they'll just kind of cup right there, perfectly fine. Just
Mm.
they won't go past this. As opposed to with gravity and loose skin,
Just drops.
just bloop. See, support the balls.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Just saying,
Hilarious.
guys, I'm with y'all too. Okay, I'm with y'all. You're cupping just.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't even understand. I don't even understand.
I'm
No,
look.
I get it. I get it. No, I don't think that's a bad idea. You already know what you would use your gravity powers for.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think that's probably a really strong power to have, and I like it, but it has to come with some responsibilities. Otherwise, all you would have is villains. That's where Spider-Man comes in. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, he's hot. As we took away today, that's
We
hot.
all wait, but no, but I think it's the Miles Morales Spider-Man that everybody's finding
Yes,
hot right now,
that one's
not
hot.
Peter Parker.
No,
And
no.
nothing against Peter Parker. He's just blah.
I mean, he's great, Peter Parker, though.
Yeah,
I gotta give you that.
I love Peter Parker, but I love
Mm,
Miles Morales more.
yes,
Yes,
and
that Spider-Man's better.
yes,
Just my opinion. Yeah.
our humble opinion.
Right, right, right. Any other powers? What about if you had the power to steal any other person's power? temporarily.
Would that
I think
okay?
that would be my superpower. I would want to be like a leech, like Rogue, right? Like Rogue, where I can steal people's powers and use it whenever I want.
Okay.
Only Rogue had no control over it, so she didn't know how to use it whenever she wanted. But she does now in the comic books, which is pretty
But
awesome.
by doing that, do you also change their mindset?
What do you mean? No, I
So,
just I'm able to touch because the rogue is able to touch people and temporarily take their power, but she would lose control because she didn't know how to control it. Now, after Hope and everything in the X-Men that happened, obviously I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but she's able to draw up and power from people around her and be able to use it in unison.
Hugo said, I got a drop, but had to stop at by at least for a bit for my Saturday dose of tea. Aww.
Oh, thank you, Hugo. We
Thank
love
you,
you. We're going to be
Hugo.
wrapping soon anyway. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes. Okay. Um,
I think that would be my superpower. I would be like Rogue.
but then
Th-
okay, so do you think that maybe you would be able to find some sort of self-control?
Absolutely, moral compass. Moral compass.
Would you be okay in using it for a villain type of
Absolutely, but with a moral compass. Moral compass. Like I would totally use it to make money and make my life better in every single way, whether it hurts people or not, or industries. But I still would do it in a way that helps other people at the same time. Like if
Okay.
I'm stealing from big corporate America and benefiting from it from myself, but I'm also benefiting people who are poor.
Giving to the
Yes,
others. Okay.
I'm Robin Hood with some selfish actions as well.
Would you see? I'd probably like do something like that, but like give jobs to everybody. So there is no, people that make less or anything like that. I'd probably try and make it equal for everybody.
Huh. Mm, equ- Workforce equality? Is that what you're saying? That use
Uh,
your power?
yeah, in a sense. I mean, so if I have the power to make that kind of money, right? Yeah, I could give it back to, like, let's say the community and all that stuff. I could definitely do that. But that's just that.
Right.
Why not? Why stop there? Why not be able to give them
See.
access to get that sort of job in that
Mhm.
workforce so that they can also gain from it and provide and grow? And but then, some people may take that evil way.
Yeah. I think any
I'm
power.
sticking to my
If
patience. This is complicated.
it's so complicated, which is why I love comic books so much because it makes you really. I mean, I think more girls should be into comic books. I mean, I would love
Mhm.
for that and have these type of discussions over some wine, which would be so much fun. But I don't get to do
That
this
would
very
be
often, which I appreciate you entertaining
I
my
love it.
conversation because I know it's a little bit weird when we this is not something we normally talk about, but
Right. But
I
I
think
love it.
that I think it's cool. I like it.
Yes. I mean, definitely. So instead of a book club, having like a comic book club.
If you want to do that, I will totally give you my access to my Marvel Comics subscription, and
Like, we
and we
could
can
definitely pull
totally
this
like
off.
read the books. Like, oh my god, did you read the series?
We
And
could pull
don't get
this
me
off.
started. Don't get me started.
I
But
totally think we
first,
could
I
pull that
need you
off.
to watch The Boys on
Okay, I'm gonna watch the
Amazon
Boys of
Prime.
Promise. I started off tonight.
Okay,
I
okay.
watched.
It's such a good series. I think you will enjoy it. I believe it's 2 or 3 episodes. Let me double check. I think it's 2 or 3 episodes. Three
I'm
three
still
seasons. Excuse me, not episodes, seasons. I meant
three
seasons.
seasons. I'm
Yes.
still trying to think what show I'm talking about, and it's gonna bother me. But it was like this one where I think there was like 4 guys or 3 guys and a girl.
Fantastic
And
Four is three guys and a girl.
no, but it wasn't it wasn't that one. I know that one. It's a show.
It's a show
It's a show. I'm trying to think of the show.
of heroes. Is it
Yes.
Heroes?
Is it?
I mean,
I
there was
don't
a
know.
show called Heroes that got canceled way too early, and it was such a great show.
And like one of them, she was like music driven, I think the girl.
Oh, I know. It's not. It's not. I know what you're talking about. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Hold on, my camera just woke up again. You're referring to.
See that brain fart? Yeah, I had the best. Yep. There you go. Boom. Not just me.
I think this is what you're talking about. I'm not even sure. I don't know why. Um. Wow.
And it might be, yeah, it might be on Netflix.
Umbrella Academy. That's
Is
the
it
one I'm
that one?
thinking. The reason why I'm thinking that because Umbrella Academy is based on a comic book. Also, one of the characters. It's very, very, very different from the comic books to the show. But she would play the violin, and she was actually the villain, and didn't realize that she was the one who brings about the end of the world. No, okay.
And then the whole team was like kind of like a band, right?
Oh no, no,
No.
no. That's not Umbrella Academy.
Back to square one.
Right. I don't know who you're referring to, but Umbrella Academy is another good one on Netflix. I would recommend though The Boys first because it gives you an insight of what superheroes would be like in today's modern world, corporate America,
Okay.
and I fucking think it's awesome.
I wonder. I mean, I wonder if it's happening.
I don't know. I mean, they haven't tapped into that type of potential in the human bodies, but maybe. Hmm, hmm. All right.
When I was
Anything
like
else
that.
you want to add before we start wrapping it up?
Was that all the comments or the ones with the answers?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got all of them. Flight, yeah, gravity, uh-huh. Someone did say they would want to be a Saiyan. Um, and that's hilarious. The funniest part of me about being a Saiyan, he said, and then punchy ghosts. So Super Saiyans, I don't know if you've ever watched Dragon Ball Z, but
Yeah.
the way it's drawn and you're punching, it's all punching in the air. It's so fucking that
Yeah.
was hilarious. See-through vision,
You got that. There was one I think
Spider-Man.
somebody said too, but it was kind of like the same with time traveling, like just wanting to travel back in time to see loved
Shape.
ones.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Okay. So there was one, I think I didn't send that one, but there was one where
Oh, time
yeah, they
travel.
said if they can go back in time and see at least for that moment, like in this case it was their mom, because their
Mm,
mom had passed away when she was like 3, I believe. So just to see her, hold her, touch her, just kind of like, you know.
I like that.
It's
Oh,
it's funny because it's kind of like last week's episode with this week's episode
right,
together.
right.
But yeah, so when she answered that, well, I was like, that's dope. That's dope because like I would want to if I had grown up without my mom or my dad and like not known who they were and having that power to go back in time to actually see them or be able to talk to them too, like that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely would bring
I
a
would
lot of
like
closure.
I would like that to see how my parents were when they were younger,
Ooh.
or to see who they were, what type of person they were when they were going to school and things of that nature, like before they became parents. You know what I mean?
Right. Like who were they before mom and dad?
Yeah, like the Back to the Future, you get to see Michael J. Fox goes in and he's in school with
At
his
the
parents,
prom.
right?
Yeah.
And his mom was into him until she he hooks him up with his dad, which is kind of odd, but I thought it's an interesting concept
Hmm.
to see your parent in their own element where
Right.
you are, right? So
I
that would
think
be
that
interesting.
is dope.
Yeah,
The
I
time
like that.
traveling, teleportation, invisibility. Um, Spider-Man is hot is the takeaway.
Miles
Uh,
Morales Spider-Man,
Miles
yes,
Morales.
is a cutie. I love him.
Did you see the shoes that they came out with?
Which ones?
The Nikes, Air Jordans, I think. No, Air Forces.
I know he wears the ones.
Yeah, so I had posted it on my story. I don't know if I
Okay,
still have it. If I find it, I'll send it to
you
you.
gotta send it to me.
But like it has. Oh, girl, I need to send it to you. You'll be like,
Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me.
yeah.
Send it to me.
Um, but yeah, I mean, definitely, I think overall, I like them all the superpowers. I get the whys. I still need patience.
I think that is probably one of the most awesome powers for your
Uh,
own sanity. Like that power to
yes.
have that for your own sanity, for my own peace. I
Yeah.
would like that. That makes so much sense. And the fact that you would be with a Venom type partner would be it's a great balance.
I think that
For
just
me, I
made sense
definitely
to
would
me
want
now.
a rogue type of power where I can siphon anyone else's power for a
Hmm.
temporary time, and be able to
With
use
the
it as
moral
I see fit.
compass.
Yes, with a moral compass.
Okay.
And then for my partner to be
Mm. Mm. Oh,
Mr.
was
Fantastic, being able to to
to
stretch
shit really.
to stretch and grow and yeah, I think Mr. Fantastic would be great
And then you would
as a
like to
partner.
rogue him.
I don't need to rogue him because um I think he'd be great.
Then
He'd
you'll
be a
be
great partner.
Elastigirl.
Oh, Elastigirl. Right, right. I could be, but I don't want to. I don't want to because that's his power and I need him to be able to do it.
Mm.
You
Okay.
know, make things longer and bigger and things of that nature. It works.
Oh, okay. But I thought it was the motion of the ocean.
Right, right. And the motion in that tongue and all of that works, right? All of it,
Mm-hmm.
all of it, all of
Mm-hmm.
it. And I think having the capability of being Mr. Fantastic is freaking awesome.
Oh my god, I can't.
All
But
right. We're
either
gonna
way,
wrap. Go ahead. It
I
makes
think that
sense.
made sense. Makes sense.
I
It
think it
makes
makes sense
sense.
too. I like it. I like it. I like
I
it if
like
you like
either
it. I
way.
like it.
I like the way mine went too because the patience and venom.
I think that it's exciting. I think that's a fun situation, and the fact that you can have patience for the trash stuff, it's a great combo. It's
Made
fucking
sense.
genius
Like it clicked
actually.
in my head.
Yeah, no, it's a genius combo. We didn't even know what we were gonna pick beforehand, and now we're leaving
Exactly.
with solutions.
Exactly.
I
That's
love it.
why it clicked. It clicked
It's
in
like,
so many levels, and I'll tell you why later.
okay, that works. So we're gonna wrap. We're gonna get ready to
Yeah.
wrap. Um, tune in next week. Next week's episode is gonna be a good and interesting combo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's the craziest way you found out your partner was cheating? So gonna have a few things and we're gonna be like reflecting on and responding and getting some reactions about some crazy things that we've seen and experience. So it's gonna be a good topic. Tune in next week.
It'll
Same
be
time,
fun.
Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, as well as rewatching or re-listening to our episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Mhm.
Um, Shout out to Anna. I know you're not here today, but we'll see you next
Love
week. I
you.
hope you're enjoying your weekend. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for joining TV. I, as always, am B Mac, logically valid forever, and we have.
And guys, thank y'all. See y'all next weekend. And as always, much love. Eva the Diva. Bye.